In a world contorted by COVID, the need for cross-cultural leadership becomes more accentuated. Given the global nature of workforces today, the best leaders are those who are able to lead and coach across cultures. It is no surprise that our guest, Philippe Rosinski, had already anticipated this need and has written a book around coaching across cultures, which is a recommended read at Harvard Business School. I'm delighted to present my interview with Philippe Rosinski, who incidentally is also the first Master Certified Coach in Europe. It is our belief that practitioners should lead by example within their engagements. Given that our core competence is coaching in Global Coaching Lab, I hope you would discover the interplay between powerful questions and insightful responses in this interview. You were the first Master Certified Coach in all of Europe. So what advice would you provide for coaches to adopt a global growth mindset, Philippe?
Well, thank you, Priya. I think it's a combination of openness together with a critical mind, critical thinking. So that's one important aspect, as well as an eagerness to continue to learn. If we believe that we know it all, the learning stops. But if we have this openness together with this critical mind, then we can continue to learn. And I would add to that curiosity, the desire to continue to want to learn, not just from one discipline, not just learning more of the same, but being curious about all disciplines, in fact, and being willing to learn from a variety of disciplines as well as from a variety of cultures. I think that mindset, eagerness to learn, curiosity, openness, critical thinking, will all help us on that journey, as well as a sense of humility, of course, that, there is still a lot that we need to learn. I think that would be the mindset that we want to have. An eagerness also, of course, to make a difference for ourselves and for people around us. That's part of coaching. A sense of responsibility, being willing to act responsibly, as well as foster a sense of responsibility in others. So we can all make a difference.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's it's about the curiosity, the willingness, openness to continuously learn from multiple disciplines is very important, Philippe. But what is the coaching community, people who are aspiring to become coaches? But then today we see that organizations want all their leaders to become coaches. So it's not just the formal mechanism of getting certified, and so that's a stream. But then there are a whole lot of people who have to become coaches in the roles that they play, right? So how do you think that can evolve, Phil? Because I see a lot of organizations wanting to drive a coaching culture. They want all their leaders to become coaches. Would you have any specific advice for people who have not formally gotten certified as a coach, but how should they apply coaching when it comes to their environment?
Yes, I think for me, coaching is an important aspect of leadership in two ways. It's one style of leadership that alongside other styles. So as a leader, sometimes you need to tell people what they need to do. That would not be coaching, but at times it may be preferable to, as a leader, to adopt a coaching style where you help people figure out their own answers, find their own solutions. So when you do that, you don't need to be the one always telling them. You can start to rely more on these people, on their sense of initiative, and on their capability to make things happen. But beyond having coaching as a leadership style, I would say it's a leadership philosophy, in the sense that if you want to deploy the potential, the human potential in your organization to the benefit of people themselves, as well as your customers, as well as society, a coaching philosophy is by definition one where you believe that people have a lot of potential, and it's your role as a leader to help unfold that potential. So if you see that part of your role is to cultivate people in your organization, ensure they can use their talents, they will benefit. It will be more exciting for them, but you will benefit as well, because you will see people flourishing and people able to help you achieve your goals. And that's, for me, what a coaching culture is about. So yes, in our programs and the ones we have done together, we see, I'm not talking about the one that was only for leaders, but even in the one you attended in China, there was a combination of leaders as well as coaches, because indeed leaders can also learn to coach, and the seminar was about coaching across cultures, to learn to be able to adopt a coaching philosophy, to deploy the potential of their people, and in this case, as well as deploy the richness that lies in cultural diversity. So that's I think is important today, because probably it was always important, but people realize today that they cannot do it all on their own, and they might as well tap into the potential of people around.